Good morning. Sorry for my voice. It is my really great honor and pleasure to express my sincere and warm thanks to all of you attending the MBA reunion. So the Rector of Verona made the state of the university, and with also some key facts, some figures about our loved School of Management. So because the theme of the reunion, so transformation, I thought that was interesting to share with you our transformation. In fact, we have designed a roadmap of strategic and organizational changes, and because I consider alumni, as you will see, as a fundamental component of our ecosystem, it's important, I believe, to share the direction we are taking. I'm not going into the details, some key facts, some key ideas, but I would love to discuss with you during the breaks, the dinner, about our transformation process. Consistently with the philosophy of the rectoral mandate, this is our innovation in continuity, this is our transformation in evolution. I have to say we are very proud of what we have done till now, but it's precisely when you feel that you're doing very well that you have to keep high the pressure to innovate and change. This is essentially the goal of my introduction here. But before we go into our transformation roadmap, let me tell you this. This is something important because, any good fruits, flower, obviously need very strong roots. I would like to recall and acknowledge the fundamental contribution of the directors of MBA, Executive MBA, your directors. Some of them, I think, are here. Some of them are still working in our programs. It's important for me to just recall them, starting from the beginning of our first Master in Direzione Aziendale, MDA, 1974, Gualtiero Brugger, Franco Amigoni, Enrico Valdani, Luigi, I think Luigi is here. I haven't seen him, no? Pamela, Mario is here. Where is Mario? Mario, can you stand up a little bit? Okay. A big round of applause to Mario. And Walter, obviously our rector, Gianmario, that was leading the MBA. Stefano is here, still in charge of the MBA. And then for the EMBAS, Giorgio Lazzaro, Claudio Ondoli. Is Claudio here? No. Enzo Baglieri. And then for the Executive MBA, Roberto Donà, Paolo Morosetti, Giovanni. I think Giovanni is here, right? And Roberto Donà again, Maurizio, Paul is here, Nando Pennaroli is here, and Enzo Baglieri is also here. I trust that he's going to come. So thank you for all of you. This is they made a fundamental contribution to our MBAs. So let me start saying this. As in many other contexts, education industry is experiencing a radical transformation with really an unknown kind of ending. Digital technologies are disrupting and at the same time enabling business education. There are now rise in the degree-based programs, but in flexible formats. We just launched and inaugurate yesterday night our new MBA weekend, our new weekend MBA. Obviously part-time online. There is a rise in non-degree educational offering and a kind of unbundling, like in telecommunication industry a couple of years ago, of the degree programs. And there is a shift into the demand toward experiential learning and applied training. This is a huge transformation, and these transformations are shaping not only the business models of business schools all over the world, but are also generating important challenges for the faculty, for us. That we have to be ready to adapt to this kind of change and try to face these challenges. Before I tell you how we have, how we are thinking to face these challenges, let me tell you that in order also to remind what the rector also mentioned, our aspiration here. Because, in this changing context, the goal and the aspiration guiding us is particularly important, is our light in the darkness of this transformation context. And aspirations are obviously, both from a motivational and operational standpoint, trigger for any kind of transformation. So our aspiration is to compete, as the rector said, with the top business school in the world. We have to be very honest. We want to be there. We want to play. The rectors use the metaphor of the Champions League. We want to play that game. We know that this is an hard competition. It's a very tough competition. We know our weaknesses, but we know our strengths and our willingness to succeed. So our aspiration is we want to play that game, and all our efforts and motivations are dedicated to achieve that goal. So our aspiration, our transformation roadmap is inspired by an idea that I would like to share with you. It's the idea that we have to help managers, professionals, entrepreneurs to challenge the complexity of the world. Research shows that, and by the way, we believe that in the future we have ahead, we will have more uncertainty, more volatility, more complexity. So the basic idea is to help managers, entrepreneurs, and professionals to deal with this complexity. How can we do this? So the directions of and we are changing our programs and our products by, first of all, proposing a new set of competences and capabilities to challenge the complexity, particularly improving what we call context reading, and so redefine this set of capabilities. We need to help you and managers to help to better understand the context and to develop a higher level of thinking skills that includes obviously creative thinking, critical thinking, problem solving. But this is not enough, because then we have to help managers to connect all these things in a complex thinking. But obviously, again, this is not enough, because since we're talking about people who are required, who are responsible to lead the people and organization, they have to put this thinking into the context generation and translate this into change process within their organizations. It's important to have also this block of capability and competence. And fourth, obviously, having a results orientation, which is always important. The second way in which we want to do our transformation is to nurture our education programs with research and discoveries. I mean, one of the traps of education today is the commoditization of knowledge. We want to escape that trap. We want to decommoditize the knowledge. And to do that, what we have to do is to put in our programs our discoveries, so our research. It's important to connect research with education, because this is the way in which we can challenge the commoditization of knowledge. And obviously, we want also feed the intellectual curiosity of managers by nurturing our programs with research. The third, line of actions is related with the strong integration we're going to have with Bocconi University. Bocconi is a system, is an ecosystem, I have to say, as I mentioned earlier. We need to improve continuously the quality of our human capital, of our faculty, exploiting the best that the Bocconi system can offer to us. As you know, we are traditionally management, but Bocconi system is able to help us to offer to our managers, entrepreneurs, and professionals many other disciplines which are relevant in the improving the context reading capabilities that I mentioned before: economics, sociology and demography, social psychology, technology. The rector mentioned analytics, decision science, and why not political sciences, which are disciplines that Bocconi is incorporating into its system. So we want to go beyond management and help managers to really understand in a complex way the context. Then, obviously, what we have to do is also to, since the technological transformation and what I said before, we need to transform our courses factory into something different that we call educational experiences, which means proposing new formats for our courses, particularly the open programs, but not necessarily also the master programs. New services, try to also offer services upstream and downstream of the traditional teaching. New segments, new market segments, obviously investing in technology, in online learning. We are doing a lot on this. And the new campus will help us changing the environment for the learning. This is to take on the challenge of this idea of lifelong learning, which is the way in which managers, as the economist said, can survive in the age of automation. So this is another important line of changes we are taking, and we hope to improve our offer in the near future. And then this is also very important, as I have to say, is one of the core of our mandate, which is we want to become more global, and there are some things we're going to do. We're going to take over our Mumbai campus. It's going to be the SDA Bocconi Asia, Indo-Asia campus, particularly focused on executive education. We won't have programs landing there. We want to strengthen and look for new alliances, obviously because we need also to use strategic alliances to improve our programs, for instance, for the Global Executive MBA. We are thinking about opening offices in other countries, for instance, in Germany, to expand our operations. For instance, we are now launching a new set of open programs specifically dedicated to the German market of mid and small-sized companies, and we want to increase the number of international programs in open and custom market. So time is cruel. Let me go to my further remarks and conclusions. As I said, we are part of an ecosystem. This is the way in which I represent our ecosystem. Maybe I lost some of the dots there. A community of living organisms. Our ecosystem is defined by the networks we have and the network of interaction. So the key idea of our transformation is this. We want strengthen our strategic networks. As you can see, alumni, the green circle is particularly relevant for us. As you know, Riccardo Monti said, as the director mentioned, remember that every gift counts, particularly for our MBA. As you know, our strengths, as the rector said, will turn into your strengths, as well as your strengths will translate in our strengths. So my final thought is this. Obviously, some of you, since your activity can have experiences with our business school, but I remember a phrase that I would like to mention to you, which is, we can have many houses, but only one is home, SDA Bocconi. Thank you so much. Enjoy the reunion.
Thank you, Beppe. Thank you very much. Thank you also to Professor Verona.